Welcome back to the show. We have a guest here that's never been on the show before, and we'd like to welcome him. Jack Baker is here to talk about a cook-off, a hamburger cook-off. Is that right?
Yes, sir. First of all, I'd like to say thank you very much
for
inviting us here today. This
Certainly.
is really a great opportunity for us to get the word out. This will be our 4th annual Veterans Day celebration and parade in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. And our parade has really grown. This is our 4th annual one, as I said, and this year it's turned into a 3-day event. So we're starting on Friday, November 9th, and we're having a hamburger bragging rights cook-off contest. And we have trophies for first, second, and third place for the restaurant division, and then also for the individuals who, in Eureka, everybody thinks they make the best hamburgers. So we're having a cook-off, and we're going to find out who really does. We're going to award trophies for that. And then the following day, when we have our Veterans Day Parade, which is at 10 o'clock in the morning, we're going to have a float for the winners of the bragging right cook-off to be also into the parade. On Saturday, our Veterans Day Parade will kick off at 10 a.m., and then we'll have our parade, and then after the parade, we're having a meet and greet for all the veterans that are in the town. And all the hotels and the retail businesses are all offering discounts and a lot of freebies for the veterans. It's a really been a nice thing that the city has done, and they've really stepped up and showed their pride in the veterans, and it's something that I'm very proud to be a part of. Then this parade, we'll have a parade on Saturday. We'll have the meet and greet, and then on Saturday evening is also the Marine Corps anniversary, their birthday. So we're going to have a Marine Corps / Veterans Ball downtown at the local establishments. And it should be a really good time. We're going to try to incorporate the Marine Corps Ball into our Veterans Day activities.
That's perfect timing.
Yeah, it's going to really be good. And then on Sunday morning at 11 minutes after 11, our Honor Guard will be downtown at the auditorium parking lot, and we'll fire our volleys. It's called the 11 at 11. The American Legion does this throughout the United States, and 11 minutes after 11, all of the Legion Post Honor Guards will fire volleys in memory of our fallen brothers and sisters to honor the sacrifices that they've given for this great country, and to honor the veterans that are still alive, that our fathers, our sons, our daughters, our friends and neighbors. We want to let them know that we haven't forgotten them, and we want to make sure that we recognize them.
I want you to touch on how this whole idea got started.
It's really it'll give you chills when you hear the story of this. I was very surprised Eureka Springs hadn't had a Veterans Day Parade. I always had thought they had. A lady moved into our town 4 years ago or more. Her name was Sue Glaive, and her husband was a 2-tour veteran of Vietnam who was dying of Agent Orange. And he was always very upset that the Vietnam veterans, as we returned home, we weren't treated very well. We didn't get big parades. In fact, most of us came home and we tried to slide under the radar because we were sped up on and called a lot of names. And her husband was very disturbed about that. And as he was dying of Agent Orange, he kept complaining that the Vietnam veterans never got their parade. And Sue promised him on his deathbed that somehow, somewhere, she would find a way to have a parade in honor of Vietnam veterans. So when she came to Eureka and moved there, she started a business and started talking to people and found out we never had a parade. And somehow she got my number and we hooked up. And Sue is a real go-getter. And she said, I promised my husband this parade, can you help me do it? And I couldn't say no. And I went to my post, Walker Wilson Post number 9 of Eureka Springs, and talked to the men of my post. And we were all 100% behind her, and we pulled off the first parade that year. They had told us it would take a couple months to get a parade going. We had 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
And we had our parade, and it worked out so well. I talked to the chief of police, Earl Hyatt, and he said that was the largest parade Eureka had ever had. And it was our first one. And every year it's grown bigger and bigger. And as I say, this year now it's gone into a whole 3-day event. So it's really been just fantastic the way the folks of the city, from the police chief, the fire chief, the mayor, everyone, all the merchants, the hotels, motels, everyone's giving discounts, freebies. We're having a veterans art show on Sunday after we fire the volleys. Any veteran from any of the areas around here can bring their art and show it for free. If they're selling it, they can sell it there. If they just have art they want to show, they can just put that for sale and show the art that they've made. So we're very excited about it. It's really a wonderful experience. And
where's all this taking place? Is it going to be outside or is it going to be indoors?
Well, the parade, of course, will be outside. The Hamburger Cook-Off on Friday will start at 10:30 in the morning, and it'll be at the Pine Mountain Village parking lot area. It's a huge parking lot area. And all the vendors will come up and set up their barbecue grills. And then this is a people's choice. They're going to come and folks will pay $2 and they'll sample all the burgers, and then they get to vote on who they think is the best burger. And from the votes, that's who we determine who gets the trophies and who rides in the float the next day in the parade.
Are they sample pieces?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I was going to say that's a lot of hamburgers if you...
Well, they'd be pretty full if they had a whole
Yes, they would.
But yeah, it's going to be sample burgers, and it should be a really good time. This is the first time we've tried this, and this is actually going to be a fundraiser for the Post. Our Post don't have a lot of fundraising activities. We have a parking lot that we get a couple times a year from the Cornerstone Bank, which we very much appreciate, and that's been our fundraiser. And all of our money goes to, we provide military honors for funerals for the veterans in Carroll County and surrounding areas. And that's the focus of our Post. And all the money that we get from our fundraisers go to purchase uniform parts for the Honor Guard, and so we can keep that up. And we're very proud of that. In the last 4 years, we've done pretty close to 200 military honors for burials and color guard activities. We've driven over about 10,000 miles out of our own pocket, just honoring our fellow brothers and sisters, wanting to make sure they get the proper honors that they deserve for the service to the country that they've given.
And the dates again? This is a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday event, 3-day event.
Yes, sir. This is a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday event. It starts Friday, November 9th at 10:30 at the Pine Mountain Village. That would be the Hamburger Cook-Off. Then Saturday, November 10th, we'll have our Veterans Day Parade at 10 o'clock.
And how's the route? Does it come down the hill, up the hill? How's it work?
It comes from the library up the hill and comes all the way down the hill.
Are there any parades that go up?
No, thank goodness, because that's a pretty steep hill.
Exactly.
So no, we like the downhill side of it.
Okay, all right. And then where do you
have to serpentine up?
Where do you end up? Where's the final? I'm trying to give people an idea where they can line the streets to watch.
Yes, sir. The best place to be is in Basin Park. Line up on the sidewalk in Basin Park, and that's really the best place. That's where everyone kind of stops and does their thing to show everybody what they do. It's a pretty neat little spot to stop at. We also have a Facebook page. If you want to go on the Facebook page, it'll give you a list of all the activities that is going on in town, all the hotels and motels that are providing discount rooms, and all the merchants that are giving discounts to all the veterans and their families for the whole weekend. And the Facebook page is called the Eureka Springs Veterans Day Parade. It's on Facebook, and we update it pretty much daily now because we're getting more freebies added every day, and we want to keep everybody up to date. It's really turned into just a spectacular event, and I really wish Sue was here to be a part of this.
Well, she was scheduled to be, Berta. She couldn't make it.
She had a tragedy in her family, and our thoughts and prayers go out to you, Sue, and your family. And she would be here, and if it hadn't been for that.
Well, we appreciate you being here
and
telling our viewers about the event, and we do have some viewers over in that direction, so make sure you get out and support this, get out and enjoy the day, and hope you have great weather for that day.
Well, thank you so much. This event is open to all veterans of Arkansas. We have people come from all different states. And we have a section in the parade where people carry either the flag off the coffin of their loved ones, or they'll carry a picture of their loved one that they've lost, either in a battle or they've passed on just being a veteran. And we have a special section for those people, and we love to see that because we want to make sure we don't forget anybody. And it's a real honor to do this.
Okay.
And thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to come here today and get the word put out.
Well, you're welcome.
Well,
it's a privilege and honor for you to be here. Thank you so much, Jack Baker.
Thank you very much.
All right. Okay, up next, we'll take a break, and we'll be talking with Johnny Strain and Larry Davis about the second annual Vets for Warriors Charity Rally and Veterans Parade also. Stay with us.